going on, guys? It's ASAP Flash here, and I'm here with another video. So I've seen the third episode of the third season of Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, and basically in that episode, um, there's like a handler that comes in to deliver the divorce papers so she can finally move on with her life and finally just do grow as a character. Because quite frankly, I'm sick of hearing about that, saying like, oh, about the bunker and all about like this and whatever shit. It's holding you back as a character. Move the fuck on, Anyway, so obviously to extend the plot or whatever, um, the mysterious woman actually is the Reverend's new fiance, and of course Kimmy feels like the need to help her because she's a helper. That's what she does, and but this character is incredibly your stereotypical dumb blonde. I mean, she hears a dog, but obviously it's just Kimmy acting like a dog, just barking it, and it's not even authentic. It's like woof, woof, woof. I mean, you could obviously tell that's not a dog, but of course she buys it because she's incredibly blonde, like hardcore blonde. I mean, there's a point in this episode where they go in Titus's office, and it's just really like blanket over the two characters, and then she's like, "Knock, knock. Mind if I cut in?" It's like, um, you could just take the blanket off. Are you that slow? So basically, she just starts to feel for the character, and then it seems as though as the Reverend character has like a thing for really naive people, like extremely so. Because I mean, at the beginning of the show, Kimmy was extremely naive, just kind of like, of course, I mean, a helping person has to be naive, and then locked in the basement, and then still naive at the fact. I mean, obviously, she's not as naive as when the show first started, but she's to an extent she is. But but yeah, it's like I mean, her character is like extreme. I mean, the new lady, the new blonde lady, the one that delivered the divorce paper. So for some weird reason, like Kimmy decided to eat the divorce papers like a dog that she is or whatever. So I mean, like it feels like the plot has been intentionally extended, so because they bring in an old ass a printer back from the 90s or the 80s, printing super slow, and it's like, and then so for the rest of the time, like just Kimmy just goes out to the park and kind of have a weird montage, just like where she just breakdancing with other breakdancers, like getting into a debate with the homeless guy about like throwing piss at Al Roker. Like I don't know what that has to do with anything, but it's like she's just checking off like, oh, the dance team, debate club, crocheting or whatever, you know. And then the second plot has to do with you know I mean, the kind of like bring back the guy David Cross's character, and that guy. I mean, I really can't stand that guy because in most stuff that he's in, he plays the most cringy character there is. I mean, he does stuff, both the actor and the character, just like that. I mean, I don't know that person itself, not the character, but just the person. He does a lot of weird, cringy stuff. So it's kind of like, ugh. I mean, he was also in Men in Black 2 as the not comic book nerd, but like the science fiction nerd or whatever, and he just so ultimately cringy, like no matter what he does. But you know, but he I mean he tried because the whole plot their plot was like to somehow change the name of Washington Redskins, so they figured out a way to like kind of turn the tables or whatever. So ultimately they kind of did unintentionally. He literally got ran over by a small smart car. I mean, don't you know how embarrassing that is to get run over by a small freaking smart car? I mean, those cars look like little eggs on wheels, So he got run over. Just like at first, I thought it was one of those dream sequences, like, oh no, my foot's getting run over, and then he literally fell to the ground, and then his whole the car just parked literally right on top of him. I thought it was just Jacqueline was tripping out or she was dreaming or whatever, but it actually happened, I guess. And then next thing you know, like his family comes in and it's like, I mean, even when he's down, they still kick him. It's like, holy shit! Like, I mean, I know you're making a fool out of him, but damn, damn. So yeah, like they get married or some shit. You know, it's like, damn. Anyway, so that's like their plan to change the name of the Washington Redskins. But what the hell are you gonna change it to? I mean, like the Washington. I mean, there's already Washington Nationals. Washington Indians. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Yeah, but it's also like the it kind of reminds me of the plot from one of the South Park episodes where like they changed the name to Washington Redskins, or I don't know, but it's like Cartman was the CEO of the Washington Redskins or whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened in this episode. Yeah. So if you've seen the show or whatever, comment down below. And I'm kind of bored of this ending and shit. I don't know. Anyway, so that's the end. I don't know if I really feel like talking about shows anymore. It seems kind of boring. I mean, I like talking about shows, but I don't know if like maybe I should just limit to like just the Iron Fist or movies or whatever because I just feel like I'm running out of ideas sometimes. I don't know. Fuck. Anyway, so if you like my channel and shit like that, comment down below. I doubt anybody watches this shit anyway. Whatever. I'm out like a flash and see you with another video.